Greetings and welcome back to what the fuck ever episode this is of Exo and Ryrule Play Sonic Adventure. We are back for another character after this channel went on hiatus so I could work on the longest video ever. And today we're back for more, and we've brought along a special guest to help us cope with Big the Cat. Introduce yourself, kind sir.
Hi guys, I'm the BlackHoodedGamer, and I make YouTube videos, I think.
By the way, so I included this control instructions for each character, specifically because of Big. Because if you look at this, then it will tell you how it is that you're supposed to hook the fish, which is something they never explain in the game. You have to press down on the control stick when the fish bites. And if you do that, it will hook the fish, then you can actually reel it in. Otherwise, if you don't know that,
He's in Windy Hill. Or Windy Valley.
He's in Windy Valley, what the fuck?
Because it wouldn't make sense for Big the Cat to fish in Windy Valley. But yeah. So why don't we, and before I forget, I did actually upgrade the VGA cable that I'm using for this. I got a triple shielded one. So those magnetic interference lines from the first session with Sonic are completely gone now. It's pixel perfect, clear RGB signal you guys are looking at, and it's fabulous. Yeah, so why don't we start? What do we all think of Big the Cat as a character, as a person?
I really like him a lot. Just genuinely, I'm not even memeing it up. Like, I think Big is a fun character that they can just use whenever they feel like lightening the mood.
I agree. I like him as a character. I like him the most in Sonic Heroes, and there's like a bit in that game where I don't remember when it was. It was sometime during Team Rosa's story. I think it was more towards the end. He pretty much says something like he I don't remember if he calls them like his siblings or what, but like he just acts like an older brother figure towards Amy and Cream, and I really like that. And I hope they do more with that, like either in the comics or in the games. But I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. But I'd like to see more of that. Damn it, it's cute.
Yeah. My favorite usage of Big the Cat are the cameos, which I just find hilarious in concept, especially in SA2. If you guys have ever played the Dreamcast version, especially, there are like a billion Big the Cat cameos in that game. It's like you'll be running around Meteor Herd as Knuckles, and then if you look underneath a glass platform and into like a lava pit, you can see Big the Cat hanging on for dear life underneath the stage. There's like a part where Tails is trying to escape from the police in Mission Street, and he flies off a bridge towards a platform, and if you go down into a pit, you can see Big the Cat sitting on the side of a wall fishing. Just little touches like that, and I just like the idea that while this big story is happening, or Eggman's trying to destroy the world with the Eclipse Cannon, take over, and Sonic and his friends are desperately trying to stop him, Big the Cat is still looking for the fucking frog.
He also magically wound up in the world of the Arabian Nights as well.
I was just about to ask if you I was about to say that he was in Secret Rings. How do you, because I remember there's like this huge extra thing that you can unlock in that game, but like he's not in the actual levels, is he?
No, I think there's like, I don't quite remember, but I think you actually can go out of your way to go like secret areas in the levels to somehow see Big, and the camera will actually pan over to him doing something, like swimming around in the void of the Lost Prologue or something like that. That's what I remember. I don't know. I haven't done that in a while.
Also, they did more stuff like that again.
We have Big interacting here with Sonic and Tails. Yay.
Yeah, so full disclosure, I probably could have beat Big the Cat in about half the amount of time that it took me this playthrough. But as always, or like I did with the Sonic playthrough, I tried to show off as many of the NPCs as I could, And I also tried to go after all of Big's lure upgrades. I did miss one in the Mystic Jungle, and I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, I did. And the other reason that it took a little bit longer is that I wanted to explore the stages a little bit, show that off. Most of that, and Jeb here actually can help me out with this, since he has actually gotten all the emblems in Sonic Adventure 1. So he has played all of Big's A and B missions, the extra missions in the trial mode.
You poor thing.
Yeah. But gameplay-wise, I'm pretty much in the majority when I say that I actually really hate Big the Cat. I hate his controls, and it's one thing to have fishing gameplay where it doesn't belong. It's another thing when that fishing gameplay controls like ass. And it's just the reason we're doing it now is I decided to follow Ryan's usually when I play Sonic Adventure, I save Big the Cat for last, just to stave it off, you know. But Ryan recommended that we just get it out of the way right after Sonic, so that's what we did.
You gotta rip off the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Come back, Froggy! I just want to shove you up my ass a few times!
Don't make me lift up this car and come down for you.
Froggy,
It's time to fish for frogs and chew bubble gum! And I'm all out of gum!
Yeah, yes indeed, that is John St. John of Duke Nukem fame, voicing Big the Cat in Sonic Adventure.
When you get to hell, tell him Big sent ya!
Gonna rip off your head and shit down your throat. There's only so much you can fucking say with Big.
Yeah.
There's only so much.
Now, the biggest problem with Big, I find, is that
his problem. It's Big.
His collision detection is fucking atrocious. Look at this. I can barely move in here. I'm trying to move around, but I'm getting stuck on everything.
It's because you're so fat.
Yeah, but that's kind of like the least of the problems. I've run into so many collision detection glitches with Big the Cat. And it's just like, yeah, the collision detection is worse in the GameCube version, but I'm playing the Dreamcast version, and Big the Cat still has a lot of problems. Look at this. If you hold Big, like run him straight into a wall, he will run back and forth. That's the kind of collision detection we're talking about. And if you try to walk up this ramp, he glitches out.
I don't think that was fixed in any version, was it?
No.
Because I was playing this game again through, I was playing the GameCube version, let's just say.
Look at this. I'm just pressing down on the ramp, and he's like... And obviously it's not a game-breaking glitch, but it's a good example of why Big the Cat is such a pain to play as.
Yeah. It's more than just the fishing, it's the actual, it's the way how he plays.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was playing this game again on, I was playing the GameCube version again, and, it's just, I ran across, every single problem, with the weird collision detection, getting stuck on everything. So, yeah, it's in every version, to my recollection. I don't even know if they fix it in SA Better DX, or SA DX Better, or whatever it's called.
They probably don't.
Probably not. That patch is more about taking stuff that they removed from the Dreamcast and kind of restoring that.
Mm-hmm.
They rebuilt the lighting engine from the Dreamcast. They brought back some of the higher res textures from the Dreamcast. Stuff like that. Because by default, the PC version uses the GameCube textures, I think.
Yep, yeah. And then the Xbox Live, Steam, and PS3 ports are just the port of the PC version, which is a port of the GameCube version, which is a remake of a game that came out in 1998.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Something is bound to get lost in translation.
So, if I could compliment Big the Cat for anything, some of the later levels get really surprisingly open for no reason. Well, I suppose for the trial mode, but in terms of the main gameplay, it really has no reason to be as big as they are. With Twinkle Park here, they keep it pretty simple. It's just the little pool here. There's some enemies you can fight, and then that's it. So it's hard to get lost, or and so that kind of funnels you in towards fishing out Froggy. So
If I can compliment Big Cat on one thing, is that he can climb ladders like a goddamn champion.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Because he's a cat, and cats climb fast.
But he's too fat!
Actually, I guess cats in the real world also run faster than hedgehogs, so fuck me. Look at this. Look at how you juke it back and forth. It's just
my God.
And the game, it's like you can't explain it, but the game really just kind of decides where the fuck it wants the thing to go.
Yeah.
You can nudge it, but it ain't, it's gonna go where it wants to go.
It just goes wherever the hell it wants, is the problem. I'm not an expert on fishing games by any mean. I don't know if there was a strictly just a fishing game that came out for the Dreamcast around this time, whether that was better or worse than
Sega
this in
Bass
terms
Fishing,
of control.
bruh. They even released a little peripheral for it.
Yeah. And speaking of which, so if Big's line breaks, you lose a life.
He kills himself.
I could not fish at the Froggy. I must commit seppuku.
I just sounded Froggy. And now I'm going to fucking die.
So I don't know if Sega Bass Fishing has better or worse controls than this, or if Big the Cat's gameplay is typical for the genre at the time. I don't really know, because I don't have any interest in playing fishing games.
Yeah, you don't play shit.
Yeah.
You don't play shit games, bro.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe there are some really good fishing games. I wouldn't know.
Fishing in Twilight Princess was pretty good.
Well, it's better than Ocarina, I'll give you that.
Yeah, like the one where you actually go to the fishing hole with the canoe. That one's actually pretty okay.
Yeah, speaking of which, the fishing in Ocarina of Time is just as bad as Big the Cat.
No. No.
It took me an hour to beat it. It took me as long as this playthrough you're watching right now to get both the golden scale and the heart piece in the Ocarina of Time.
It's not that bad.
It controls just as terribly.
It does not. It does not.
And they don't do a good job explaining to you that there's a special lure you can get, apparently, that makes it a lot easier. They don't explain that, and they don't explain that if you go into the water, it scares the biggest fish to the bottom of the lake, so that you can't catch it anymore.
Well, the whole thing with the sinking lure, though, is that it's supposed to be a hidden thing that you use to fish for a secret, super secret fish, the Hylian Loach.
I don't know, it just took forever. I hated playing that. At least with Big the Cat, if you know what you're doing, you can clear him pretty quickly. I probably could have done it in about 30 minutes. Well, if this was the GameCube version and I could skip the cutscenes, probably in about 15 minutes. But I ended up having sort of a problem with this. You guys have, full disclosure, this is the second time we're recording this. There was some audio was lost, so, but I don't know, I don't probably work out better that way.
We just loved Big the Cat's campaign that much that we have to record it. This is actually our third time watching this. It's just that good.
It's probably Exo's 6th or whatever.
It's just every frame is so dense. There's so much going on in every single frame.
Why do you think they call me big? It's because I'm dense. And I don't just mean I have a small brain.
Those old human character models.
They're beautiful. And then when you go from a distance and they walk with 2 frames of animation.
Yeah. Well, even Super Mario Odyssey does that.
Oh, are you saying something bad about Mario Odyssey?
You know, people got really annoyed with us when we talked about Super Mario Odyssey in the previous episodes. It's just
Man, who cares? It's a game. It's fine.
oh, watch this. This is brilliant.
Oh boy.
I can't pick up the thing, and then
You're talking to the person.
yeah, the person's getting in the way. Okay, so now I'm gonna. That starts happening, and then I try to pick up, and then the fucking key phases through the ground. Now I gotta go grab it again.
Oh, thank God it respawned.
Again, your Dreamcast version isn't perfect, folks.
I ain't saying it's perfect. I'm just saying
I
it's
know you
better.
don't, but yeah, I mean, I guess, but you know, it's not like this version has plenty of glitches.
You know what else has plenty of glitches? Mario
What?
Odyssey.
You lie.
There's probably a couple.
No, there's probably a couple if you look hard enough. But this game, well, I mean, I can't say I've ever seen the key go through the ground. Or actually, no, it didn't even go
Yeah.
through the ground. It just fucking, it poofed. Bye.
Yeah, and for the record, when stuff like that happens, I wasn't looking for it. I was just playing the game.
Oh,
The way that
wait a
made sense
minute,
to me.
Exo. I remember something about this playthrough.
Yeah, this key gives me a lot of trouble.
Quite the fickle
So-
thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so there are a couple of, we're heading to the Mystic Jungle next, which
Mystic
reappeared in
Ruins.
Forces, I think. Luminous Forest and Aqua Road were supposed to be in the Mystic Jungle, right?
Mystic Ruins. But no. I think they're just like, just a random forest. Would have been cool though! But no! We got Green Hill Chemical Plant. Jeb's favorite, right?
my favorite,
Classic
really.
Sonic.
I think the capital city was supposed to be Grand Metropolis.
I think that's what they were trying to go for, but it was too white.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if it was actually supposed to be in that like literal location, but it is Eggman's new Metropolis. That he's had like 3 versions of Metropolis. He's had the Sonic 2 one, the Chronicles one, which may not be canon anyway, so fuck it. And
No,
he had
Jeb,
the one
everything is
Forces.
canon.
Everything. Oh yeah, everything is canon.
Everything.
Including.
And speaking of
canon.
which, the cliffhanger ending of Sonic Chronicles was almost as good as Infinity Wars.
Whew.
I actually liked the ending of Infinity War,
Guys, I haven't
Even though-
seen it.
even though it was incredibly predictable. Because you know, like if you know what.
Yeah, or if you look at the distance there, you can see the geometry phasing in and out. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's, you know,
I'm
I
just
think
saying.
I think that part was supposed to be cut off in the overscan or something, so they didn't bother having it load when it was in that corner of the screen. I don't know.
Yeah, let's change the topic. I don't want to get into an Infinity War discussion. I got a lot to say about that movie. I don't want to fucking, you know.
Whoa. Big also runs upstairs like a motherfucker. He's like
For the
freaking.
record, I didn't have a problem with the ending per se, because I already knew it was a 2-part movie. So obviously, yeah, that's how it's gonna end, and that's how it ends, and that's what happens in the comics, from what I understand as well. But
It's how the. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. 'Cause Jeff hasn't seen it.
Didn't I see
Sorry.
a colored stone
It's okay.
somewhere?
It's how another comic book starts. Like the way how this movie ends, another one starts.
yeah.
But I'm not gonna go on specifics.
Point is, Sonic Chronicles ends on a cliffhanger that will never be resolved because the first game sucked.
Oh, you mean like Golden Sun Dark Dawn? How it ended on a cliffhanger? Gotta
Okay,
bring up
so
my Golden Sun.
here's what's happening. The next level we can go to is Ice Cap, and we need this key, obviously, to open the way to it.
Yep.
But there are a couple of lure upgrades for Big the Cat hidden in the Mystic Jungle near his house. So what I decided to do here was go up to this upper level and stick the key in the slot to open the door, thinking that, you know, would save it, you know. And so then I wouldn't have to carry the key through the jungle, which would be a big pain in the butt. So yeah, here I am setting down the key and waiting for the door to open. Not to be confused with Waiting for the End to Come from Thousand Suns. And now we are walking down the hallway to go to the Mystic Jungle. Now, what happens here is entirely my fault, but I'm punished pretty heavily for a pretty simple mistake. In this game, the only button that works in the pause menu is the start button. I'm pretty sure Sonic Heroes is the same way. And I noticed this weird graphical... It's kind of hard for the guys here to make it out because they're watching like a lower quality video. Just to make it easier for them to download and watch on their computers. But there's some graphical gobbledygook. You can see it right there at the bottom there. And I had paused the game to go look at Discord or something, and I noticed that, and then I kept pausing to see if it would show up again. And I was holding up on the control stick, and then I pressing start again. So it kicked me back to the menu by accident, and then I had to reload the save file. Then I pop up over here in the Mystic Jungle again, and the loading times can be kind of long in this game too. I think we've already talked about that.
Is that just the Dreamcast version? Because I think it is.
I can't comment. I'm sure somebody knows for sure.
I don't
Comment
recall
in the chat if you know.
From what I've seen of this playthrough, I don't recall them being that long on any other version of the game.
Now, there are actually 2 lure. By the way, watch this. My god. But there are actually 2 lure upgrades hidden in here. And if you are playing the GameCube version and beyond and have the map, there's like a little cave sticking off to the side of the map. That's where the lure upgrade is, but for some reason when I was looking at the guide, I thought that this was the one lure. This isn't a lure upgrade, it's actually, a rod upgrade. There is a lure upgrade hidden here as well, in that cave. I don't end up finding it in this playthrough. I was gonna go for all the upgrades for Big, but I don't care, so I'm not gonna set the game up again just to go do that.
Nobody blames you, it's okay.
Yeah, but people will complain in the chat, or in the comments anyway. Because apparently it's really obvious that you can use a lit Deku stick to light a bomb flower on the wall and open the passage to Kokiri Forest from Goron City. And apparently I'm an idiot for not knowing that.
Wait, what? You can do that?
Yeah, apparently.
What?
Yeah, that just goes to show.
See, Ryan, you wouldn't have grown up in the 90s.
Everybody in the comments acts like that's some kind of obvious trick that I'm an idiot for not knowing. When it's just
I've been playing that game for years and I did not. Well, I guess I'm not exactly the brightest bulb in the house, but still. Oh, there you go.
There goes.
Woo!
Yeah, like what the hell? Of all the things for Big to be fast at.
Well, at least
because otherwise he's pretty slow.
Another department.
Well, and the thing is, you could argue that this is funny. They intentionally designed it to where he slows balls, and then he can go fast on the ladders, and thought that'd be funny. But it's not funny when you have to do this to get the final ending.
So while I think Big the Cat is funny in concept, as a character, in terms of the actual writing in this game, the way it was translated and localized, I'm not really sure what exactly it was they were going for. So I come back up here, and the key is gone. And I don't know if that's because I left the room to begin with to go to the Mystic Jungle, or because I reset, probably the latter. So now I gotta go all the way back to the city to grab the key.
2 hours later.
And then go drop it off again. And be thankful I cut that out, because that took me a good long while to do.
I'm thankful.
So we bring the key back. So, just get the rod upgrade after Ice Cap. Do yourself a favor.
No, see, you don't even have to do that. All you have to do is put the key in the hole, go a little bit forward, get this upgrade right here. Look at the bottom part of this, or the top part of the screen that says now saving, and you would have been set.
Life belt. It keeps you afloat.
That's
when
all
you're
you
in
had
water.
to do.
To swim
Look at
underwater,
Big's
press the
face.
jump button.